bank on expectation of the BEDC, but we want the IPP to be stepped down for us.
Very well. Barrister, I would love for you to take on this particular matter because, of course, you have been in and out of this issue, and I would love you to fleshing this out for us, particularly in 2021. In 2021, the Transmission Company of Nigeria awarded a 132 kV double circuit transmission line valued at about 4.2 billion naira to this particular project, the stepping down project. I'd love you to maybe help us understand why till today that thing hasn't taken off. The senator representing you, Ned Woko, had talked about this, but still nothing is happening. So speak to us. What do you think is happening? Why is it that the 4.2 billion contract hasn't taken off yet?
Yeah, part of the reason for this very protest shrouded in secret. Return again. Okay, you represent a senatorial district. You do not brief the district what your doings are, what you are doing in terms of the projects that you met, okay, unfulfilled. Okay, the federal government have put in a lot in this to make it work. Okay, but some persons do not want it to fly. Okay, some persons don't want it to fly. Ned Nwoko himself, instead of him to focus on the 50 kilometers radius for which that project was approved. You understand? It's talking about the dam. There's a dam that when the thing come up, the dam can also benefit. It's host communities. Host community in Ndokwa. The host community is in Ndokwa, 50 kilometers. But he's trying to, instead of him to allow that to fly first, before you talk about the dam and the expansion. Because he is from the other side of the state, he now wants to merge some other things with the step down. The step down is 50 kilometers radius, which does not really fall into his own community, but he's trying to talk about connecting it to a dam and let all of it. That's not how to. This is this thing about interest, politicians and their lack of proper representation. I find it very disturbing. Focus on what has been approved. Let it take off. Once it takes off, you can now talk about an expansion. If there's a need to have a dam that will connect and make it go wider and spread forth, fine and good. Especially now that the states now have the right under the law to generate and distribute. If it becomes simple, let the one that has been approved first by government take off. He's trying to merge it up with something else. And that is where I find it very disturbing. Okay? And I think that they have to go to work because the protesters were not going to sleep until this project is executed. This project was approved for us, okay? And for one reason or the other, it has not taken off. And we're not finding it funny because there are a lot of things our people can do. They have power supply. They can generate wealth on their own. They can do a lot of things on their own. They have power supply. Okay? The state will not need to come and do empowerment for us or to come and feed us or to come and do whatsoever. If we have power supply, our people are very creative people. So we can create our own wealth chain by just giving us our power supply, which is, by the way, our right under the law.
Yes, Barrister, I had wanted to ask you, have you taken advantage of the freedom of information rights, the FOI, in finding out why this 4.2 billion contract for the step down is yet to take off? Have you taken time? Have you?
I discussed that with a colleague yesterday. Yes. That I need to write to the ministry involved, okay, the Ministry of Power, that I need to write to get information, updated information. And that is why we join them in the suit. We join them in the suit we have before the Federal High Court in Asaba, part of which will deepen the conversation by that same token to use the Freedom of Information Act to get the requisite information as to what is stopping or what is going on, and so that we're able to get a 360-degree information about what has happened so far. And we are doing all this on our own resources. We are doing all this for the collective good of all. You understand? And you now have some miscreants, okay, trying to cast suspicion or casting suspicion on our persons. And I've told them several times, see, you can only attack my physique. You can never get to my conviction. And that applies to every other member of the group. You can only attack our physique and call names. You cannot get to our conviction. Our conviction is extraterrestrial. It cannot be quenched by any person, any human. Okay? So we will keep doing what we're doing. And to also sound a lot of warning here, we are not fighting the Delta State government. We are not. This thing we're doing, it is the state government that is supposed to do it. But because they are guilty of what they call laches and acquiescence, they have slept over their right. The citizens, therefore, have taken it upon themselves to do it. And they should allow us to do it.
All right. Thank you.
They should allow us to, since they have failed in their responsibility to go and speak about this and get this project down to our communities, they should allow us to do that. Because first, we elected them, laboring under the belief that our mandate that was submitted to them, our allegiance that we gave to them, they will use it to our benefit. It turned out that that allegiance and mandate that we gave to them, they are using it against us. That when we talk is noise. That when we protest, we are stunting. We are beating up commissioners. We are destroying vehicles, and we are doing all sorts and all name call it. I was saying, no, that's not what we are doing. Okay. We are doing the job we have refused to do. That's exactly what we are doing. We have gone out there to do the job you have refused to do. That dirty job, allow us to do it. Don't call us names. We must do it. We cannot allow you to mess us up, and then we will now be lethargic and be co-futed and all that. See, when a farmer start a field on the ground that he does not intend to harvest, the ground, the soil, reads the farmer's indifference. The wind, the cosmic administration of the universe, the rain and everything reads the indifference of that farmer. And nature will come together to support his outing to ensure that he does not harvest that.
All right, Barrister.
That's only what is going. The way they are posturing is to ensure that we do not harvest. So we now say no. By virtue of countering that ideology, we have taken up the mantle and to decide that we are the farmers who intended to harvest. Therefore, we are going to take charge of the cosmos and deliver exactly what we have to deliver to our people.
All right, thank you so very much.